Most local businesses try to go online and they fail miserably. Like, I'm not talking about they post one video and it just flops. I'm talking about they just suck. They literally never get their first lead from online and they just think that it's not for them. And if that's you, keep watching. Today, I'm gonna be breaking down why this happens and how to actually fix it, whether you're a brick and mortar business or a business who's just never been online and you know that you have a skill or a service that you can provide to others that they would benefit from. This video will help you. So the problem with most business owners is they feel like it's too overwhelming or it's too much technical stuff. And they've actually never even tried. You've actually created this barrier on yourself to stop you from getting the results just because you think that it's hard, but it's actually not. What if it was as simple as recording yourself and recording your life and letting people know that you exist? You know, what if it was the way that you can hire someone that can capture your life for you so you didn't have to think about the camera? And that was the way that you got out there. For me, I'm not the best editor and I hate editing. Sometimes I hire editors. Sometimes you got to just hire the constraint that you're dealing with. If you know that you have good content, if you're a barber and you get good cuts, all you need to do is record it. If you're a daycare and you have great kids and a good center, you need to let people know about it. If you are a karate coach, if you're a kickboxing coach and you want more kickboxing clients and you have great skills and a great gym, you need to let people know that you exist. Just record your life, record your point of view. Have you ever been online and you've seen something that someone is doing that is so normal, but you still watched it? Or that they were just pressure washing something and it looked satisfying. They're at Taco Bell making, burritos, and you're just watching through their point of view because people like seeing other people's point of view, let alone if it can actually help them get a result. Here's some of the problems that I see most businesses face when they're trying to come online. They actually have no strategy. Having no strategy will actually stop you from growing just because you don't know what you're doing. For me, let's say if the strategy was, I'm going to post a top of funnel video, a middle of funnel video, and a bottom of funnel video. What would that actually look like? What does that even mean? So a top of funnel video for me, for someone who is trying to let people know that I exist, will be like how to get more leads to your business. Very broad, and more people would actually be dealing with this problem, so they'll be more inclined to click it. So if you have one problem, whereas you have one video where it says how to get more leads to your business, and then you go middle of funnel where I say something like how to get 20 leads per month for your local business. Now it's getting more dialed in. Now you don't just have a business, it's a local business and you want to get 20 leads per month. So now I'm going down even further. So people who are more interested in that will click that. And then of course, if I did a bottom of funnel video, it'll be at the exact thing that I help people do. I just did a case study video right before this where I talked about how I helped a daycare go from 0 leads to 20,000 per month in less than a year. And you can watch that exact video of how I did that after this. But most importantly, it was with a strategy. And most importantly, guess what we used? A good strategy. So using this strategy for myself has been able to yield me a good return, but you can actually take that same thing, find your top of funnel, your middle of funnel, and your bottom of funnel to be able to convert the ideal customer profile that you have into your actual solution. The next thing I see is people don't have good messaging. Copywriting is super important. You can't just write a bunch of scribble scrabbles and expect people to understand it. Copywriting and sales is one of the 2 things that you need to get to almost every revenue goal that you can think of. From 10,000 to 100,000 a month, you're going to need some form of words and some form of sales. And if you just mastered those 2 skills, you'll probably have a way better chance and likelihood of being successful just because you know how to deliver a message and pitch that message and close people on what you actually are offering. If you have a great product, but no way to pitch it, unfortunately, people aren't going to listen. You got to be able to sell yourself and sell yourself to others. People don't just believe you because you want them to. People don't just believe you because they want to. People want to believe you. You just got to help them. Imagine a company who says, we are the best at helping business owners get 5 to 10 leads per month at high ticket prices. And another business that just says, we help people get leads. One company is very designed and very targeted and probably going to call out to the person who wants to get 5 to 10 clients per month at a high ticket price. Compared to the person who says we want to get leads, well, you're going to keep wanting to get leads as well because they're trying to help people do something with not good messaging. They probably need help with their messaging. The next problem I see is people don't have a system. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. If you don't have a system in place to actually position yourself to be online, you don't have any help, you don't have no one that's done it before, you're just guessing and posting TikToks and Instagrams and YouTube and boosting posts. Oh, wow. If you're still boosting posts in 2026, you're way behind the curve. I caught this daycare actually boosting posts and they were wasting hundreds of dollars to just give it to Instagram and Facebook, basically just donating. You're just donating to get attention, but no sales. We're not in the game of just looking pretty online. We're in the game of making money. We started a business so we can be flourishing. We started a business so we can be overachieving. We started a business so we can create that generational wealth that we've been wanting, break those curses that's been stuck, keeping us stuck. If you have a good system in place, it's going to beat out any form of confusion. You don't want to be stuck. You want to be. Imagine having a roadmap that you can follow that guarantees that you are leveling up if you just follow the process. That's what a good system does for you. It tells you what to do and when to do it and why you should do it. And then you do it because of what the system says and what it has laid out for you, and not because of what you feel. If you're going off what you feel, it's going to be a strong likelihood that you don't achieve your goals. We don't want just the best goals in the world. If you have two runners in a race, they both have the same goal, to win. But only one will win. It's whoever had the best system and preparation before the race who actually wins and take homes. So don't just set a goal, have a good system. Next, I would say don't do any random tactics. Don't just watch a random YouTube video, even like this one. Do your own research and figure out what actually helps. If you notice, I didn't give you no random tactics to just go jump in the water. I just said, what are you doing currently? I talked about you not having a strategy. I talked about you not having your messaging correct. I talked about you not having a system in place, but I didn't tell you to go try anything new. You need to just figure out you need to figure out what's stopping you from succeeding and remove that compared to finding new things you need to find out what's stopping you from succeeding and remove that before trying to find 100 different ways of succeeding. Just remove what's stopping you. That will give you growth. If you're not currently posting online, start posting online. If you have no one that knows about your business, you should probably start letting people know about your business. Just write out all the things that you're doing wrong and just invert and use inversion thinking. Think about all the ways that you can kill your business: not posting online, not letting people know that you exist, not helping your customers, and then literally flip it and do every single thing that your brain could think of to harm you, but in the positive way. And you'll be on track to building a great business. A few bonus reasons why people fail is having a terrible website, having confusing information, confusing ads, empty inbox, no leads. They're just hoping people come. They're depending on word of mouth. They got their last lead from Facebook, but their next lead is supposed to be coming from Instagram. They don't know where exactly their next lead is coming from. They're just hoping and praying. Then they actually don't even have a funnel. They just hope leads come in. That's another problem. You have to have a proper funnel. A website isn't a funnel. That's a way that people know what you do and how you do it. But that isn't a funnel. A funnel is a process of taking someone from point A of knowing you exist to point C or D to paying you and giving you money. Some businesses treat marketing like throwing spaghetti at the wall. The problem is that spaghetti is expensive. That spaghetti is 6 months of you trying random things, and now you got to pay the bills for 4 months to 6 months without profit. That's some expensive spaghetti trying to test things that didn't work. Would you ever go to a restaurant and pay $200 for spaghetti? Nope. So why would you spend 6 months throwing stuff at the wall that you don't know if it'll work? What you need is a proven system, a proven plan, proven messaging, proven frameworks, and you don't get that through testing or truthfully buying the things that work from people in your niche that have done the thing that you're trying to do. And you can only get this information from either doing it or paying someone who's done it. If you want me to break down your business for you and show you exactly what to do and how to attract, convert, and deliver better so you can be on track to growing your business, click the link in the description and book a call with me so we can talk more. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, it's levels to wealth. It's levels to business. Be wealthy.